Bitcoin is boring. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All the focus is right now on silver. The silver's futures market is opening in like 90 minutes time, and there are reports that silver per ounce is trading at $90, which is unbelievable. The CME just introduced a new margin requirement. The amount of demand for silver is surging as we see solar farming, energy, be needed more and more on a daily basis to advance human civilization. And in all of this mess, where gold is hitting new all-time highs, the S&P is hitting new all-time highs, Bitcoin is boring. What does this mean? Can Bitcoin see a breakup? Is it going to follow commodities? Is Bitcoin even a commodity? Is it normal that Bitcoin is consolidating and doing nothing? These are the topics that we're going to explore on today's update video. I can promise you that it's going to be educational. Is it going to be entertaining? Well, if you find the markets entertaining, then yes, it is going to be entertaining as well. Just do me a favor, destroy the like button, subscribe to become a crypto kid, and let's jump into the content if you've done all of those things. I know all that some of you care about is just Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is going to do. So to make sure that you guys don't get bored, I'll just jump into the Bitcoin price analysis first, and then we can get into silver and the other remainder topics. Bitcoin is still in a downward sloping trend line on the daily time frame. We're still in a bearish trend. I just made a video update on the Moonshow channel, and I said that, look, the resistance is coming down every day. Now the resistance is at $88,600, but for me to go into a long position, or if I was to go into a new long position on weeks, which you can go ahead and sign up to using the first link in the description down below to get the best bonus available, I would be looking for Bitcoin moving above $91,800 until I see that, or maybe I wouldn't be waiting for a retest to jump into a long, but maybe we can get a retest and that could be another entry too. But if we can see 91.8 broken, my bullish bias for Bitcoin to hit the 107 or wherever the 200 daily moving average is going to be by the time we get up to it, then I think 91.8 would sort of solidify a more bullish than a bearish bias. And this is sort of a setup that I would be looking to take, which you can do so over on weeks if you have an account. If you don't, first link in the description down below. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I know that we have an inverse head and shoulder forming too, but there's sadly a lot of resistance from the EMA ribbons, and you're familiar about it. The macro at least the intermediate macro isn't the best. And if we do end up losing, unfortunately, 84.6, then liquidity will be grabbed at 74. I have had short on weeks to my long position, so we're okay. Let's see, right? I think the most lucrative opportunity, in my opinion, is going to be shorting Bitcoin between 99.5 to 107. That's where I'm going to open big positions again. If you want to prepare, first link is down in the description below. 2 weeks. I'm still considering to take profits on Ethereum. If we break below the support line of this head and shoulder on the daily, then I'm going to close my Ethereum trades. That move could likely come in tomorrow or Tuesday, so stay alert here on the Crypto Kid channel. I want to talk about Bitcoin consolidating and Bitcoin being boring. Most people don't know this. Most people think that Bitcoin is a volatile asset. That's the image. Bitcoin is volatile. We can't invest in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is volatile. Well, I have some interesting data for you. Bitcoin, 30% of the time on the daily candles, moves between only 1 to 3% since inception. And then since inception, by the way, including the Genesis cycles, which was, a time where we were very volatile, even the second and third cycle, so including the very early days, right? 30% of Bitcoin's trading history, according to Grok, has been us just moving between the 1 to 3%, right? Actually, no, this is since January of 2020. This is since the 1st of January 2020 until 2025, right? Bitcoin has only done a 1 to 3% move for 30% of the days, and then a 3 to 5% move for 32% of the days, and then a 5 to 10% move for 28% of the days. And the opportunities are made when you go over 10%, and that's only 7.6% of the time. So most of the opportunity lies in 7.6% of Bitcoin's trading history since 2020. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So what is it that we need to do here? Well, we need to understand that patience is key We need to be patient. We need to be consistent. Even when Bitcoin is boring and nobody cares about it, we need to be consistent on that 65% where we don't really move, so that when the remainder comes in, we can take and maximize that opportunity. So patience is key. To end off this video, I want to mention silver. Silver is at $79. The futures market for silver is opening in a very short amount of time. And when we do open it, I think there's a chance we can see an $85 silver. There's a lot of demand for silver. There's a lot of shortage of silver. The margin requirements are changing. This week will be a hectic period for silver. I think the silver trade, the bullish setup for silver, is still there. You know, when we go into silver, we predicted this this big cup and handle pattern. When you compare it to gold, silver is still lagging massively behind gold's cup and handle pattern. I think silver will play catch up. I think we will definitely play catch up for some more time. But when I think of the next 5 years, silver really isn't the play for me anymore. I don't think silver is where the opportunity lies. There's a lot of demand for silver in industries like solar farming. We have demand for solar farming because there's a lot of demand for energy. Why? We want to go to space again. We want to, or if we've ever been to space, that we don't know. But to go to space, we need energy. To go deeper into space, we need more energy. To develop AI further, we need energy. Everything that relies on human advancement comes from energy. And to get renewable energy, sustainable energy, we can look at solar. And to produce solar panels, you need silver. Right now, it's $79 per ounce. Solar farming for energy is still profitable. But if we reach $134 per ounce, then solar farming doesn't become profitable anymore. Similar concepts apply to jewelry, apply to batteries and other technology. If the price of silver still keeps going up, then technology will become very expensive, electric vehicles will become very expensive, jewelry will become very expensive. We know that inflation is going up. It will go up even more with liquidity. People just won't be able to afford these things, and there will be a self-correction on the price of silver, in my opinion, at a near point in the future. Is it going to be $130, $140, $150? I don't know. But when I look into the next 5 years, yes, we were calling it silver at $18, and it was a great, fantastic buy. But for the next 5 years, would I be buying silver or would I be buying Bitcoin? I would be buying Bitcoin. Remember, yes, Bitcoin is trading more like a risk-on asset, not like a actual commodity. Risk on market, you may be saying that the S&P is going to new all-time highs, but not really. Only the AI companies in the S&P are going up. Rest are on a downtrend. Gold, silver are going up, but Bitcoin, even though if it's a commodity, you can't use Bitcoin in the production of things. There isn't a supply side crisis for manufacturing with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is different dynamics. Think of Bitcoin as the money, as the only scarce finite money. And how much money is in the system? $200 trillion. What's the market cap of Bitcoin? 1.7 trillion. We're targeting that 200 trillion, and we're going to get close to it. It's just going to take some years, maybe even a decade or two, but that's fine. When I think of the macro, I think of Bitcoin and not silver. So guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next video very soon. Bye-bye.